Hello, my brothers and sisters. I'm going to teach you a little bit on, so it's more like a agape love. I'm getting this from Luke 7, starting in 37 and reading through, 50. And to set the scene is that Jesus had healed this woman that had been accused of being caught in adultery. And the men of the city were going to stone her to death. So they came to Jesus and asked what he would do. Well, Jesus bent down and he wrote in the sand, and he told them, "He who's without sin cast the first stone." Well, no one did, and they all went away. Well, this woman came to Jesus because he saved her. And she was entirely grateful. She loved Jesus with a deep vengeance because she knew where she had come from. She knew where she had been. And Jesus was the first man that ever truly loved her and respected her. All the other men in the city had treated her like she was yesterday's garbage. And, but this woman had done this in her heart to anoint the feet of Jesus. And she found out he was at Simon the Pharisee's house. And she came in and washed his feet with her tears. And I'm talking about she was in some deep travail. That kind of crying, comes from deep within your soul. And it's a crying where you know and you're so grateful that Jesus never gave up on you. And you truly are. You are more grateful than some that have never been through anything. And you just want to do anything for Jesus to repay him for loving you, for saving your soul, for healing you, for delivering you. You just want to pay him. Well, she wanted to do something special for Jesus because of what he had done for her. So she found him, and she came and she dried the tears with her hair. She had forgot a towel, and her tears, and her hair was the most precious thing on her. And the most precious thing that she could give to Jesus was that perfume, the ointment, because it had cost a year's wages. So it was very expensive. But she didn't care because that didn't matter to her. The only thing that mattered to her was being at his feet, being in his presence, the master that she loved so greatly. And it wasn't a sexual love. It was like agape love. She knew what he had done for her, and she was eternally thankful and grateful, for setting her free, for, for protecting her when they came to stone her. That's how much love that was inside of her. Jesus, that she would do anything for him. Well, when Simon seen all this, he purposely thought in his head that if Jesus, basically, I'm going to elaborate. He basically said if Jesus was a real prophet, he would know what type of woman this is. And Jesus talked to him and said, "Simon, I have something to say to you." He said, "What, master?" He said, and then he gave him the parable about the king had forgiven two servants money that they owed him. One was 500, the other was 50. And he asked Simon, who loved the master the most? Simon said the one that had, owed the most. And Jesus said, you rightly judged. But he's trying to teach Simon a lesson that, see, because Simon, since the time he had come in the house, offered him no water to wash his feet, which is customary in that country, or gave him a holy kiss, which is very customary when you're going into another residence. Let's see, you know, so Simon, her sins, which are many, are forgiven, for she loved much. But to whom little is forgiven, the same loveth little. Which is telling you she had more love for him because he forgave more of her. He forgave more, you know. So she had much love to give him, you know. And those that have been through, things in your life, you love the Lord in a way where someone that has not been through anything in their life, I love God with a vengeance because I know what he's done for me. I know where he's brought me from. I know what he's protected me from. He was there when I had to jump out of a two-story window because, they were shooting at each other and bullets were flying everywhere. He was there when I had to bury my son. He was there when all hell broke loose. He was there when the pit bull attacked my 2-year-old grandbaby and almost killed him. He was there every single time. He has always been there, and he always will be. He is our Father, and anything that hurts us hurts him. When people come after us and attack us and call us names and, mock us, they're not doing it to us. I'm just a mouthpiece. They're doing it to God himself because that's who I represent. I love you guys. Good night.